Almost 200 educators across Duval County competed for the coveted Teacher of the Year title this year with just 2 years of experience. This year's winner hails from Terry Parker High School and joins us now. Terry Parker biology teacher Gustavo Guzman, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Ann. Thank you for having me here.
It's a delight to have you here. So first off, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
How did you learn that you'd won?
At the Eddie's Award, the third annual Eddie's Award, they announced it. So it was five finalists left, and yeah, they had us on stage and announced the winner, and it was exciting, nerve-wracking. So it was fun.
What does it mean to you to be chosen as Teacher of the Year?
Oh, it means a lot. Like you said, 2 years of experience. I never, even had a thought that would happen, and coming up after high school, I remember telling my best friend graduating high school, I will never be a teacher. I see what teachers go through, the sacrifices, the challenges, my coaches, my mentors. I'm like, I will never be a teacher. And then I graduated college, and I remembered reflecting on how did I get to where I'm at, and it was because of teachers and educators. And I was like, I want to do, I want to be a pivotal person in someone else's life and help get them up the ranks and in education. So I'm a first generation college graduate, and I just want to give back to the students, what was provided for me.
And so tell us a little bit about your history. We did a show yesterday actually on cane country down South Lake Okeechobee and some of the health concerns of, burning sugarcane. You're from right around there, Belglade. It's an agricultural community. It's a fairly poor community. Talk a little bit about your experiences there and kind of what your education was like.
So I'm from Belgrade, Florida. I love saying that. I'm from Belgrade, Florida. It's a big agricultural community. It is. My parents, they were laborers in agriculture. They packed corn, cut cane, harvested cane, and all these different things. And, it's not easy, getting out of Muck City is what we call it, because a lot of times the students that get out of Muck City or Belgrade is either through sports, heavily through sports, sports scholarships to college, and academics as well. But if you don't do either of those, you're usually still working in the agricultural opportunities, which is not bad, but it is labor, strenuous labor. But for me, coming up in that, I just knew that was not for me. My mom did immigrate to the United States. My mom and dad immigrated to the United States from Mexico, and I always thought of the sacrifice they made for me to have this opportunity, and everything I pursued in my life, I just made sure to put my best self forth and just strive to achieve.
And so you kind of alluded to some educators that were important in your own development. What in particular? Any teachers that stand out? Any moments that stand out to you?
Oh, there was, my coaches, my teachers, few teachers, I doubted my abilities as a scholar. I wasn't in honors classes or all that. And one of my teachers, Mr. Maxwell, he was like, hey, you should be an IB, the International Baccalaureate Program. You're doing really great. You should be an IB. I want you an IB. And I was hesitant. I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't think that's for me. I don't want to be an IB. And so funny thing is the IB coordinator was actually my kindergartner teacher. And after kindergarten, I never seen her again until I got to high school. And she helped get me into IB. And when I got in IB, I was like, this isn't so bad. I can do this. And I thrived. And Mr. Maxwell believing in me, is what helped push me through the finish line. And I also had coaches. I'm an athlete, and I had Coach Ford. I didn't think I was going to go to college. I was like, hey, there's personal challenges with my family. I don't think I can go to college with financial support, and I won't be able to afford it, and my parents won't be able to afford it. And Coach Ford was like, hey, we can find a way. And they found a way to give me a scholarship to Air Waters College here in Jacksonville, and I've been here since.
You noted that there are a lot of athletes that come out. I think that Glades High School, Glade Central, has more NFL.
Glade Central, yeah. But I went to the neighboring school at Pahokee, which we're side by side, 10 minutes apart. But I went to Pahokee High School. So, yeah, we do have Aquan Bolden went there. And
that's the Blue Devils, right?
Blue Devils, yeah. So he went there, and he actually built the stadium in Pahokee. So we have a nice stadium, and so where a lot of my practice time went.
You're teaching now at Terry Parker. Talk about the population there. What are some of the challenges, and how do you reach students?
So some of the challenges is definitely, we have very diverse students, and with diverse, I mean different languages, other challenges such as like we don't know, or we do know, but like where our students come from in regards to like how home life, financial home life, like how are they, some of our students have to work, they have to take care of siblings after school. So there's a lot of things that go into our students' life that creates these challenges. But you know, being an educator, we have to find a way to reach our students where they are, regularly, and help build them up from there and help them get the material, because it's not easy, having a job, doing sports, doing all these things, and still trying to learn 8 different topics and trying to do well in school and to do testing and everything. So it's just trying to build, our students up where they are, from where they are.
Then how do you do that?
So me personally, I know for me, like growing up, I mom was never present at my award ceremonies and competitions, so it's not her fault. She had to provide, and we had to have food and somewhere to live. So mom and dad always worked, but she was never there, and like I felt that. Like I felt that. Like I would look in the stands, mom isn't there. I would look in the award ceremony, mom wasn't there. And like for me, for my students, it's like I try to be there. Get me your schedule. Get me whatever events you got coming up. I want to at least make one of them and be there to cheer you on and support you. So that's where I do it. Like I try to be there for my students. I try to be present, because same here, like their parents working at a Title I school, parents have to work, parents have to provide for their kids. They're not, always present. So for me, it's like I want to be present. Like I ask my kids, like once I'm doing my lesson, if I got a couple minutes to spare, I check in with all of my students, like, hey, how's this sport going? How's this activity going? How's this thing? What all are you involved in to like keep you active, keep you engaged? And just meeting my students there. I also get involved with programs such as 5,000 Role Models of Excellence. It's a male mentor group, and we work with our students, to introduce them to leaders in the community and opportunities for life after high school. Not just college, but other, different trades and different opportunities for life after high school. And I also get involved with like Marathon High. We're actually going to do the Donna Half Marathon. So we build up the students to run a half marathon from way back in September up to now. So it's like I try to be active wherever I can be.
What's Marathon High?
It's one of our programs here in Duval where like we work with students, or not work with students, but we get students engaged in an activity where it's not competitive. It is running, because the Donna Half Marathon is 13.1 miles, and I'm a runner, and that's a beast. But we build up our students with time, over the months, and we run on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays, and we get coaches, people from the school, like teachers, to run with the students and stay active and just promote healthy living. And there's also scholarship opportunities for our students.
It's kind of interesting to hear you say that, one of your approaches to reaching your students is all of this activity outside the classroom.
Yeah, because so in the classroom, because my life is kind of ironic, because I'm a biology teacher, and biology was one of my toughest subjects. Like I don't want to say I dislike biology with a passion, but it was very challenging. But now here I am teaching biology, and I love it, because like, whoa. So it's just being able, trying to connect these things like from biology for my students and put into perspective with things they're involved in, so they can kind of associate the material, with what they're learning. So
Your folks pretty proud of this latest award of yours?
they are, because like I never saw it coming, but like one of my biggest goals was always to strive to make my parents proud. So they are.
Well, Gustavo Guzman, thank you so much, and congratulations on being Teacher of the Year.
Thank you very much.